Scott Yoke is the pilot. He's from Trenton, South Carolina. And as he flies his routine, this is a tribute and a celebration of our nation's armed forces. Every aspect of the paint represents those who have served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. The black cape covering the front of the aircraft represents the veil of protection that our armed forces give us. That veil is one of the reasons why we have what we have today, and that is freedom. As the cape extends to the back of the canopy, it spreads out and divides into feathers, symbolizing the eagle that has flown with every aviator since the birth of aviation in 1903. The black paint has tiny, sparkling stars in it. Each sparkle represents an American veteran that served our great country, the unsung stars in our lives. These veterans are the glimmering star in a mother's eye, a wife or husband's heart, a son or daughter's hope for the future. The silver ring behind the spinner represents the shining halo of the guardian angel who guides service personnel having given the ultimate sacrifice to their final resting place. The black and white stripes, Bill Yoke, an individual with a love and passion for this type of aircraft, did all of the metal work. The remanufactured parts are handmade. And unlike the hurried war effort parts, these are made with the skill and care of a master craftsman and obtain the utmost attention to detail necessary to restore this Mustang to better than new in 1945. As this silver bird quickly streaks across the sky, let us not forget who served and sacrificed and gave their all. Powered by a liquid-cooled Rolls-Royce V12 engine that was manufactured in great numbers by the Packard Motor Car Company of Detroit, Michigan, who built some 56,000 of these engines to power the more than 15,700 Mustangs that were built between 1940 and 1945. Well, you could do any roll or any aerobatic maneuver well. Scott Yoke got checked out in this airplane when he was just 20 years old, and we think, wow, that's a very young age. But in fact, in World War II, young men his age and within a few years either side of it were flying airplanes like this. But as Scott approaches now, he dedicates this next 5-point hesitation roll to our 5 branches of the military. First, to the Army, then to the Navy, then to the Marine Corps, then to the Coast Guard, and then celebrating 75 years to the United States Air Force. That is the Pentagon roll. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That sound is one worth listening to. The radial piston engine, not in this one, but the V12 engine sounds very different from air-cooled piston engine. As Scott does his second photo pass. Left. The USS Boxer and USS Valley Forge aircraft carriers, making her one of the very few surviving Korean War Corsairs flying today. With the longest running production cycle of any piston engine fighter, the Corsair is a legend of U.S. naval aviation. Production reached over 12,000, and most say 12,571 were built between 1940 and very late 1952 or 53, well after the end of World War II and during the Korean War. The Korean War hero and the Corsairs were capable of 470 miles per hour top speed, and that comes from a combination of a hugely powerful 2,800 cubic inch of displacement 18-cylinder radial piston engine built by Pratt & Whitney, an altitude capability of 41,000 feet, and despite the advent of the jet, Corsairs remained the major naval fighter well into the 1950s. The armament for the Corsair is impressive. 6 50 caliber machine guns and up to 4,000 pounds of external storage. Major mark. It racked up an impressive score of aerial victories against Japan's best fighters. Holding it inverted, hanging from the strap, is Jim Torque Tobel, the pilot and owner of this F4U Corsair. This is the slow roll. Practice at the Wings Over North Georgia Airshow in October of 2013. Pilots Jim Torque Tobel and Scott Scooter Yoke were discussing the United States Air Force's heritage and the U.S. Navy's legacy flights. Jim, as I mentioned, is the owner of the F4U Corsair, Korean War hero, in 1945. Black Sheep. He actually flew Corsairs during the filming of that show between 1976 and 1978. In trail, very close. Take a look at this pass. You choose the right airspeed, attitude, and altitude to make sure both he and his wingmen get through each and every maneuver safely. Jim Tobel in the Corsair, the dark airplane on the right, closest to us, is not looking at the ground. He's not looking at the sky. He is visually married, if you will, to several spots on Now let's go live to the cockpit and talk to Scott Scooter Yoke. You got it, Scooter?
Good afternoon, Macdill Air Force Base. On behalf of everybody here at the Class of 45, we dedicate this next pass to all those soldiers, sailors, airmen, and memory, deployed around the globe, defending our freedoms, so we can have this awesome event under this beautiful blue Florida sky. God bless you, and God bless America. Back to you, Rob.
Thank you, Scooter.
Ready now. Head's ready now. Oh, ready now. There's 270 and full. Wait, left.
Spread the word by posting your pictures and telling your friends about these awesome pieces of American history. You can also visit the website, The Mustang, low and hot. big round